friends, it's Margaret, and this is not a vlog. So, the 100 season 7 trailer came out like last week before. I'm not entirely sure when it came out. I hadn't decided I was doing reaction videos to season 7, but I am doing them now. So I figured why not just start off with reacting to the trailer. Disclaimer, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just gonna talk about my thoughts about the trailer, and because it's been like a week since I've watched it, I have it here, and I'm going to watch it and pause it at different points and talk to you about the things that I'm thinking of. However, I'm not going to do the fancy thing where you can see it like here on the screen because A, I have a headache, and B, I'm lazy. So you're just gonna, I hope you like listening to me talk and rant and rave because I need to do some talking and ranting and raving. So anyways, I've got my computer, it's on a stool, and we're just gonna sit here and watch me watch that. No, we're not, you're not, I'm gonna cut that part out. So the first thing that I have to talk about is like why did we have to kill off Abby? I mean, I know it was necessary, but why did we have to kill off Abby? I'm mad about that, okay? But you can already tell with the juxtaposition of Clark and her mom, burying her mom, and Bellamy and Octavia, and Dioza talking to Octavia about Bellamy and being like, he left you to die. Like, I mean, he should have, honey. Like, I understand you are vibing with Octavia because you both have horrible tragedy, blood on your hands in your past. But like, honey, the things that boy has done for his sister. Anyways, but you can already tell family's gonna be a big important part. So I'm excited about that part because I've been missing the Blake siblings since they started screwing them up in season 3. I think 3? Like, I mean, they were so good in seasons 1 and 2 and part of 3, and then Lincoln died and everything went to heck, and I'm just ready for them to get back to a place where they're like battle buddies again, and they're Bellamy and Octavia from seasons 1 and 2, but with, you know, more maturity. I don't know who decided that Bob Morley needed to be dragged on his face, but like, whoever did that should be prosecuted. Why would you do that? That was just, why do you have his face down in the dirt? That's just not nice. Also, check out Echo coming to get soon to be not Bae, or he better soon not be Bae, because girl, you need to break up with the dude. He's in love with another woman. Am I the only one that feels that Clark is seeming a little bit like dictatory? Like, that's worrying me. That is making me concerned. Really concerned. Can we talk about Echo's haircut for a second? Listen, I know that haircuts are quite often used to do a time jump, and that's probably what is happening here. They're used to signal that time has changed. Haircuts and facial hair, people like to use that. They've been using them for time immemorial, all of that stuff. But like, do you know what else haircuts signal, especially on women? Breakups. Please, oh please let that be what this is about, and not, I mean, I want to be mad about a huge time jump as long as we don't have to live through it through the season. But like, I'm just saying, they need to break up because Bellamy and Clark belong together, and everyone knows it except Bellamy and Clark. Guys, what is wrong with them? Jason Rothenberg is the reason we can't have nice things. You know, maybe Clark, fighting is what you are because you keep being put in impossible situations. Like, no one ever ends up in, what was it? I was just watching season 3 and she gets it. She's like, when your choice is between fighting or dying, like, which one are you going to choose? Obviously, you're going to choose not dying. So, let's go with that. Also, can we, I really hope Russell has just a horrific death because that's what he deserves as a human. He is just human trash. I know people were mad about the fact that they used some recycled footage to kind of go through old seasons, but the person in me who loves the nostalgia factor is like, I was like, look at the little baby faces, look at that. They were so young. And I know most of that is hair and makeup, but still, like, I like that kind of throwback to, hey, this is where we started, and now we're going into the final season. And they usually do that with just about every final season trailer for a show or movie. I guess final movie trailer. Okay, I don't remember this conversation where he's saying, if you fail, all our people die. I don't remember it. But he's definitely talking to Clark. I need to rewatch seasons 5 and 6. Well, no, he's definitely wearing the season 6 cardigan in there. So, like, he's wearing the cardigan, which means it's gotta be either, it's either in season 6 or I don't remember this happening. I don't remember this happening. Why don't I remember this happening? I'm holding on to the fact that this might be actual, like, footage from season 7. It probably isn't. I'm probably wrong. But you know what? We don't have any Bellamy and Clark season 7 footage. Like, Jason Rothenberg really said Bellarke doesn't get rights this season. And I just... Obviously, if Bellarke is happening this season, he's not going to, like, we're not even going to see a hint of it in the trailer because they're not going to talk about it. But I am really mad about the fact there is a lack of Bellamy. There's a reason for it. We'll get there maybe if I get to the end of this. Screw them for making us relive Abby's not death. Like, she's technically already dead, but, like, the anomaly being a wormhole is the only thing that I really didn't expect, and I am intrigued to find out what that means. Like, obviously it means they're going to be traveling other places, but does that mean that we have to find somewhere else for people to live? Like, what is the impetus? What is it going to mean? What are we going to do with it? That's probably the most intriguing part of this season to me. Also the most worrisome. But we'll get there in a minute. If John Murphy steps up as an actual hero, I will be so proud of him. The relation, the journey that he and I have had from season 1 to now has been just back and forth with me going, I hate him, I don't mind him, he's okay, oh yes, I love him, I hate him again. Like, he literally is in this cycle of, he's like the doctor, you know, when they have the cycle where you get a new doctor, and you hate him at first, and then you start to like him, and then you start to love him, and then he gets regenerated. Like, he just regenerates every couple of seasons, but it's still the same character. You know what I mean? Anyways, so... what's going on over there? That's my water. So, here's the way I'm going into this season, and it's just basically not expecting much. I have gone on into seasons expecting things to turn out the way I wanted them to, and then just had it not go well. And I honestly at this point do not trust Jason Rothenberg as a writer and the people on the show to fulfill the expectations that they have set. Like, just watching the way, and it's not so much with how they tell the story on the show, but watching the way they treat the fans. I think the final straw for me was really when he told everyone that they had misinterpreted the scene in 610. Like, how? Like, I would have had to watch it with my eyes shut and my ears plugged to misinterpret what was happening in that episode. You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep backtracking on it. So I have zero trust in him. So I'm just kind of basically going into this expecting Bellarke not to happen. I will be pleasantly surprised if it does, but I'm just expecting it. So the fact that it's not in the trailer does not surprise me for 2 reasons. Number one, I'm not expecting it to happen again. I'm expecting more of the same, of just, like, pretending like I'm expecting a lot of Bob and Eliza doing a fantastic job acting like they're in love, even though they really are in love, but that's a whole different story. But acting like their characters are in love and then just having nothing come of it. So more of the same. But also, like I said, if there's going to be Bellarke in this season, it's not happening until, well, we're not going to see it in the trailers until it happens. We will not see it in the trailers until it happens. And so there is that. That was the last thing that was gonna possibly get me actually excited for Bellarke in the season, but, like, you know, I'll just take what I can get, and scrape up the crumbs. The real thing that I am concerned about, and the whole vibe of this season, there are a couple things I'm concerned about. I'm very concerned that we're going to have this trajectory for Clark where she becomes an evil dictator. I'm concerned about that, and then she's set up against Bellamy, and that is, like, that's concerning. We do not need another Game of Thrones season 8, okay? We just don't. That was enough. Once was enough. So there is that. I'm very concerned. But the other thing that really concerned me is this seems like the type of show that would get to the end and there have to be a final sacrifice. And because Bellamy and Clark are all together about everything, the Bellarke that we get is going to be Bellamy and Clark sacrificing themselves together because they're not letting each other sacrifice themselves alone. Like, worst case scenario, and I will never watch this show again if that happens. Like, I guarantee you, if either of them dies, I will never watch this show again. It will be dead to me. Having read what I've read about the first 4 episodes, I haven't seen 6 yet, because 5 doesn't I think 5 is the backdoor pilot. So I haven't seen anything about 6 yet, but I know that for at least the first 6 episodes that they are separated. I'm hoping that in those 6 episodes, Bellamy and Echo break up, so that when there's a reunion, we can have like a full-on make-out reunion, because that would be a reunion, guys. And you know I love me a reunion. But I'm not surprised that we don't see a lot of Bellamy, especially since he's being dragged away. I'm assuming it's obvious a big part of the question is, where is Bellamy? What's going on with Bellamy? So I think we'll probably see not a lot of Bellamy in that first 4 episodes, which is sad. Or it's stuff that they don't want to reveal too early, and what Bellamy is involved in those first few episodes would spoil too much. So it doesn't surprise me that he is not in there. I'm sad that he's not in there, but it doesn't surprise me. I'm watching season 3 right now, and I'm finding a lot of parallels between season 3 and season 6. And so I guess that technically does give me a little bit of hope, because season 4 was one of the best. Like, that's when things really started getting good for the Bellarke fans, because season 4 was Bellamy and Clark attacking a problem head on together. So, like, them being separated usually always ends up leading to good things for the Bellarke fans. So I expect that we'll at least get some Bellarke moments in this season to go out on. I just don't think we're going to get, like, actual I love yous. And if we do, it's going to be at the very end, when it is, like, just enough to be satisfying, but not enough that you're actually happy with it. Because I would just love for them to get together halfway through the season, and then the rest of the season is them being together and tackling the problem, because no shows ever do that! Anyways, so, to no one's surprise, this is mostly about Bellarke and how I'm mad about everything, because there is so much build towards this relationship, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to lead to anything. And I don't know why. I really don't. Because they've set this relationship up to be so different from all of the other male and female relationships on this show. Like, they very well, like, they show how they do male and female friendship. And, well, just friendship in general. And this isn't, like, the cues, the music, the stuff that's happening. It's not how they do friendships in this show. It's how they do romantic stuff in this show. And yet there's no romance. Anyways, I'm excited to see what happens. And I'm ready to be let down. I'm gonna be a pessimist when it comes to this, because that's just how I'm rolling right now. For the record, I was rolling this way before the world went to crap. This was my plan. Like, at the end of season 6, I was like, you know what? We're not getting our hopes up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're a fan of The 100, I'm going to be talking about it every week, it seems, if I can get the videos edited. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, there will be other videos about stuff I do on my channel over here. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!